So, Julius, now that you're healthy enough to play and you've gotten some competition, what has it been like?
Yeah, it's definitely been a very new experience. A lot of learning has been done, but ultimately my focus right now is, now that I'm healthy, just get back in shape, get stronger, ultimately just get back in shape and hopefully be able to help these guys out to win some games.
And what has been the difference between the college game and the international game that you're used to?
I'd say the first thing I've noticed is just the physicality and the speed of the games. Decisions have to be made a lot quicker than usual, so that's an adjustment for me. But as the games go on, I'm sure I'll adjust to that.
What's your basketball history like? When did you pick up the game? Somebody clearly has taught you. You have really good footwork and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just talk about growing and developing your basketball.
Yeah. So I grew up playing rugby until I was about 8 years old. Big sport back in New Zealand, and then obviously being the height that I am, I had to transition over to basketball. But I'd say a lot of the skills from rugby helped me in basketball, hand-eye coordination, and as you said, footwork. So, and it's definitely helped me on the court as well. And then obviously went to the academy in Australia, and that was definitely a big pivotal point in my development. And then from there I've been able to develop to where I am now.
Do you think the physicality of that game of rugby helps you in basketball at all?
For sure, definitely. Obviously, I stopped playing pretty young, but you definitely get that sense of aggression and physicality that transfers over.
Thanks.
How long did you play? How late in that process did you switch over?
I stopped playing when I was about 9 years old.
Okay.
So I started playing rugby at 5 years old.
So it's been a while, huh?
Yeah, it has been a while, but that's one of the first sports that any kid in New Zealand plays is rugby. So you're all kind of and still with that aggression type of mode. So.
Still watch it from time to time?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say
yeah.
Just what was the summer like? Just kind of the whirlwind of ending up here.
Yeah, because ultimately I was meant to go to Tusk to 5 next season. I had a tournament in Atlanta and performed pretty well there. And all the coaches were telling me that I'm ready to take that next step. I feel like I've maxed my potential at the academy, and Georgetown and some other schools on the list. And when I came here, I felt like it was home. I trusted what Coach Cool's plan was here for me. So that was a good decision.
Returning back to rugby, do kids play pickup rugby in New Zealand? Do you go to the park and play rugby?
In a way, not as physical when you're playing pickup. You normally do that physical in a legit match, so it doesn't get too dangerous. From when I head back home, I always tend to go, I get some of my boys and just go out to the park and
push each other around a little bit.
A little bit, not too much.
All right. And basketball, where is that in the consciousness of New Zealand? Is it a growth sport? Is it a top sport? Where is it?
It's definitely a growing sport.
Okay.
And I'd say it definitely has the potential to be one of the biggest sports in New Zealand. And obviously the pathways are opening up to go over here to America or even Australia. So you see a lot of young kids making that transition, which is really good.
Talk about your relationship with the Pacific Islander Cats on the football team. They've been a lifeline for you.
That was a big part of my decision to come here. Just to be surrounded by people of similar background, kind of made it feel like home, and just be surrounded by those guys, and they've made my experience here good as well. And just to have people outside of the basketball team that I can go to as well and spend some time with, it's been good.
Thank you.
How did you kind of size up the last couple of games for you, just as you work your way into a spot where you can contribute more and more as time goes on?
The first few games, it's kind of, I've been given roles to come in and it's kind of sporadic type of minutes, and it's kind of just been to get the feel of what college ball is like and piece the physicality and things like that. So we're continuing to train and things like that. Hopefully I'll earn more minutes moving forward. So,
First New Zealand name that comes to mind from around here is Jack Salt with Virginia. Any other names that people would be familiar with college-wise?
I'll say more recently, obviously Ben Golden, Marquette.
Yep, of course.
Tate Murray, he's on Virginia as well. He's from New Zealand. Trying to think of us. Those who come to mind straight away, but there's definitely more. You see a lot more like the mid-major, low major level, but it's definitely growing. You see a lot more.